What kind of advice would you give Boots if you were his corner man?
I'll just say don't always be looking for the knockout boxing. So, he a good boxer. I think when he kind of was landing the big shots, he was kind of letting it come to him. So, that's what I think. But yeah, I think that people sleep on him, but I think that he's a killer. Like, he's really a killer at the end of the day. And he always stays in shape. He always in the gym. He's somebody that motivates me too. Whenever I'm on my phone and I get to seeing Boots in the gym right after a fight, I'm like, hold up, I gotta go get back in the gym.
I don't like the thing I respect the most about Xander is not his age. What I respect about him is that he won the world title. He went straight to a unification. Now he's going straight to Boots. That's the thing that I respect about him the most. But him being 23, bro, listen, when you ready, you ready. When you ready, you ready. So I'm not going to get into that. Mike Tyson was 20 years old when he fought for his first world title. Mm-hmm. When you ready, you ready.
Around at a fight night.
You about 180 right now. You about 180 right now.
Let's keep it about 180 right now. Let's keep it at that.
You bigger than that? Damn.
180.
Cruiserweights in there. All right, let's talk about this fight, man.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of that scene on Rocky when Apollo Creed was negotiating and he was talking to his lawyers. Remember, he was in a suit and tie. And his trainer was like, hey, Apollo, you may want to look at this. He said, yeah, whatever. He was like, hey, man, this guy looks serious. He said, I'll knock him out in 3. And Rocky was punching the meat in the freezer. Remember that? That's what this shit reminds me of. It's like, yeah, Boots will beat him. And bruh, I'm just saying, don't be shocked if after the fight, y'all say, if he wasn't so young, if he had a little bit more experience, that would have been a Xander Zayas win. Don't be surprised.
Shakur Stevenson just said something about Boots Ennis that the entire boxing world is still reacting to. And the story behind those comments is way deeper than anyone is letting on. Shakur Stevenson openly predicted Zayas will absolutely dismantle Jaron Boots Ennis. It is the kind of headline that stops you in your tracks. We are talking about the massive June 27th unified title clash at the Barclays Center.
Good East Coast fight because they right up around the corner from New York, basically down the street, however you want to slice it. You got Jersey in there. It's an East Coast affair. You got the Puerto Ricans coming out. Got the Hispanics, good thing. And you can't do nothing but take your head off to either one of them. Boots will want to be a champion and fighting a guy. Like I'm saying, they both been building each other. They both been built on separate platforms to get to this level. And at the same time, it's, the veterans are really gone outside of Charlos and whatever like that. So, they all peers right now. So you fight the best of your time right now. I think that's a good fight for both of them. Says a lot about each and every one of them, especially Xander, because Boots is seen as deemed as, incredible talent and basically unbeatable at this time. And so for a guy like Xander to take that challenge on, as a unified champion, speaks volumes about him. Boots, again, want to be a champion, and which he deserves, if the worldly talent that he possesses and the believability that people have in him, a crown only adds to that aura. So a shout out to both.
Timothy Bradley recently let slip a massive secret about what is really happening behind closed doors in the Zayas camp. Zayas isn't just walking into this fight relying on his youth or his unified belts. He is walking in with a mastermind blueprint designed specifically to expose Boots. Bradley revealed that Zayas is highly confident because he has meticulously studied every single frame of Ennis's recent fights. He hasn't just found small errors. He has identified massive glaring defensive flaws that happen whenever Boots gets reckless during fast exchanges.
Make him learn that real fast because Xander's one of those dudes that's going to tax your mistakes. That's what he does. He tax these guys that come forward, he tax their mistakes. Now he's in there with a quick guy in the athletic fighter in Boots Ennis. But, Boots make mistakes. He make mistakes. He does. And fleet-footed guys have shown to give him issues. Guys that are slick, guys that can move, have given him issues. Anyways, man, Tim Desert Storm Bradley, man, this ain't no damn walk in the park. Ain't no foregone conclusion Boots gonna knock out Xander. Shit, yeah, I can see it both ways. I know Xander ain't got no pop like that, but man, this is a hell of a matchup. That's what I'm gonna tell y'all. This is a hell of a matchup right here. And this is gonna answer a lot of questions that I have for both of these.
Zayas and his elite team are crafting a very specific game plan to exploit these exact openings. It is not about outpunching Boots. It is about baiting him into making a critical mistake and making him look utterly foolish on a global stage.
I do feel Jaron is a very talented fighter. I thought he was a big 147-pounder, so he still have decent size, but you're bigger than him, like in stature. Without giving too much up, what worries you about him? Like, what do you have to be concerned with in the ring?
His speed, and his IQ. I gotta always be 10 steps ahead of him. I can't give him no space. I can give him no chance. If he sees a chance, he's gonna take advantage of it. I mean, he's a good fighter. He knows how to read another fighter. I mean, we've seen it throughout his career. So he knows how to read fights. He knows how to read a fighter. But he's never been uncomfortable either.
People have been, this is what I've been hearing, right, for some experts off the record, saying that Jaron gets hit, right? We all seen him get hit in fights. But people like to say, well, it's because he's comfortable in there getting hit with those guys. He's a better defensive fighter than that, right? But he does get hit at fights.
And that's what I say, that's for sure.
So people are saying, a lot of people are starting to say this fight is a lot more interesting than people think. Xander's a big guy at this weight class. When you watch those fights and see him get hit, do you think to yourself, like, wow, there's so much vulnerability there? Like,
that's what I think of myself. You better not get hit because, again, he's never been uncomfortable. He's been hit, but he's been okay. Like, I can still, he rolls with those punches.
Right.
You know, every time he gets hit flush, you can see it. He gets uncomfortable, but then he gets back to.
Right.
And these guys, they don't have the IQ. They don't have the technique to keep building on that, right? I do, and you guys have seen it. I build on everything. On everything I do is just something added extra to that layer. And there's no fights that you can tell me I haven't seen nothing new from you. There's always something that I get better at. There's something that I improve at. And this fight, I will continue to do that. Again, it's easy.
When you actually dig into what Shakur Stevenson said, the reality is incredibly fascinating. Shakur didn't just bluntly say Zayas would win, but he dropped some heavy hints that Zayas has the exact tools needed to pull off the ultimate upset. Stevenson pointed out that Zayas is insanely tricky and operates with a world-class team that knows how to execute a flawless strategy. This lines up perfectly with Shakur's past highly publicized critiques of Boots. Remember when Shakur openly questioned Ennis's ring IQ after the Karen Chakadjian fight? Shakur noticed that Boots was taking way too much unnecessary damage and ignoring his corner's advice.
Comfortable with all these guys and be comfortable getting hit, but what when you're not? Well, how is your brain gonna tolerate that? How is your brain gonna react to that? It's not. It's gonna be too late.
I guess there's no real easy fight at 154 anyway, because you guys are killers. But no one really ever wanted to fight Jaron Ennis. No big names. You know, and you got 2 belts already. You could have unified and tried to become undisputed, but you're fighting a guy that doesn't have a belt, but a guy that no one really wanted to fight. How did you make that decision?
Well, it's like I told you earlier. I don't shy away from anything. I want to be the best. I say I'm the best. This is the way you make it happen. They say he's the best. Let's prove it. It's only one way to prove it. We got to get in that ring. At the end, it's easy to go on social media and talk all the talk. When we get on the phone and we make something happen, we want to make it happen. We want to make sure we make something happen. And all those guys, they always talk and go on social media back and forth. I give you one response and one response only. After that, we're picking up the phone, we're making a phone call. We won this fight. And that's what happened.
Will the strategic trap set by Zayas and his elite team be enough to tame the raw, destructive force of Jaron Ennis? Or will Boots simply walk through the fire and shatter the young champion's dream? This is the kind of clash that defines a generation. Drop your thoughts below. Does the blueprint actually work, or is Boots simply unstoppable? That's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned.